Hi, my name is Ken Montgomery, and I just used Prezi to put together a lesson in Precalculus for the first week of online instruction in my district. I really like this presentation tool. Prezi is more engaging than a slideshow, and it's more interactive than a video. Prezi is also versatile. I can present my lesson via screencast during synchronous instruction on Zoom, save this as a video reference for asynchronous learning, or I can export a video of my presentation directly from Prezi. I can also share a view-only link to the Prezi which opens in a web browser. That way, students can access it at their own pace and follow any sequence. So, now that you know something about this tool, let's take a look at how I've used it to organize my lesson on radian measure. This lesson is aligned with the Georgia Standards of Excellence. I only have one standard for this lesson, F.TF.1. Here we have the standard, just as I would have written it on my whiteboard at school, but I've also included an image from Wikimedia Commons to support the standard, along with the appropriate attribution. With standards-based instruction, it's important to make sure that students begin with an understanding of the standard. This may mean introducing or reviewing vocabulary, or clarifying a phrase. We also want students to begin thinking about how the standard will be assessed, even as we're just beginning instruction. With an understanding of our standard, we next turn to goals for this lesson. This lesson has two instructional objectives. First, students will be able to use rotation in order to expand their understanding of an angle. Second, students will be able to define a radian measure in order to relate the magnitude of the angle to the subtended arc. We also need to provide connections for students to the concept or application. These connections can serve as both a motivation for the lesson as well as, hopefully, an engaging hook. Here, I have curated 3 short YouTube videos that address applications of radian measure: arc length, sector area, and angular velocity. This brings us to the teaching and learning section. In the teaching and learning section, I provide the Zoom meeting information with a direct link. This is one of a few places where the link is provided. It is also posted in my class Google Calendar and also in Google Classroom. Under engagement, we have 4 activities for our synchronous learning session. For this lesson, I have curated OER resources from the Wolfram Demonstration Project. Here, I have inserted an image of the resource, and unfortunately, Prezi will not allow me to hyperlink from the image. However, I have hyperlinked to the resource from within my attribution and drawn attention to the link with a created arrow. In the main discussion area of Zoom, I would facilitate a guided exploration of the first resource, prompting students to answer questions in a whole class discussion via hand raises, chats, or cold calling. The remaining 3 explorations could then be focal points of breakout rooms. Students would rotate through the breakout rooms, just like a stations activity in the classroom. A Google form will provide students with a set of questions and collect their feedback. Finally, students are provided with their assignment. Under Practice, we have an outline of the lesson components to complete for a grade within Edgenuity, which is our district's licensed provider of online educational resources. I avoided providing direct links here since students will need to log into Edgenuity from within a district-wide single sign-on bookmarking system called My Backpack. I've also used the remaining space for other student resources, including the remind codes for my 4 different sections of Precalculus, the hyperlink to My Backpack, our upcoming assessments, and a link to my public information page, a Google site that houses join codes for OER providers that I use in class. and an Easter egg with encouragement. I hope you enjoyed our overview of how Prezi can be used to facilitate an online lesson. Thanks for watching.